Welcome back to the channel. I am Matt Sokol, and today we're going to be doing my Yeezy 350 Bred investment video. This is the biggest investment I've ever done in my life. Right now it's at $50,000. I'm buying more pairs, and so I forgot to put this on the opening clip, so let me just say, because a lot of people are like, yo, I need a pair. Give me a pair. Let me buy a pair. On my last video I did about the Yeezy 350 Breds, I literally say once this video gets 1,000 likes, I'm going to give a pair away. So if you want that video, I've linked it above. You just click that, go, and all the instructions for how to enter that giveaway for a free pair of Bred 350s is right there. So before I get into the details of this video, I would really appreciate it if you could smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel and even comment. They all help the channel out a lot. I really appreciate it. Let's get into this investment. Yeezy 350 Bred, guys. This is one I'm super excited about, and I've been excited about it for a long time. Right when they announced the restock of this shoe, I knew this was going to be a huge opportunity, and I knew I was going to be pumping money into it. So behind me, I'm kind of blocking all of them. There you go. There's some more in the front. I'll show you them all after. But I got 125 pairs here. About 100 pairs I got on release from YeezySupply.com. If you know me, you know that I don't bot. I'm trash. That's not my skill set. I stick to what I know, which is the business end of things. I have a team of people that own bots that run them for me with my profiles. And so they were successful. We got 100 pairs. And like I said, there's 125 pairs because I've been buying more pairs because this is an amazing, amazing investment. Really good returns and very, very safe overall investments. I want to note that I definitely don't have the quickest videos, and that's because I care about actually giving you all of the information. I care about explaining things to you so you can make these decisions for yourself in the future, and you can be in charge of your own fate instead of just listening to other people. The Yeezy 350 Bred originally released in 2017 and was instantly a smash hit. Yeezy fans across the world loved this shoe and added it to their must-have lists, including myself. Right after the release, these shoes are reselling for around $500 a pair, maybe a little bit more. And up to the point of when they announced the restock, which was over this past summer, these shoes were going for over $1,000 in the smaller sizes, sizes 4 through 7.5. And the larger sizes, it was going for $800 to $1,000 a pair. And pairs were selling regularly on StockX. People were buying it. It wasn't like it was a slow mover. These things were moving at those prices. And at consignment, if you know anything about consignment, I have a lot of videos that you can check out about it, but you get way more money in consignment than online generally, and definitely for Yeezy 350s. It was rumored that there was 600,000 pairs being released for the restock that occurred a couple of weeks ago. We have no way of actually knowing if that's true or not. There was definitely a lot of pairs released because I saw a couple other people that had 100 pairs like me, or I even saw one person that hit like 350. The reason that I'm very confident in this and that this is a safe bet is because a restock gives you insight that you don't get on a normal drop. And that insight is you can see how high people were willing to pay for the item in the past. And that's a good gauge because if the supply dries up again, eventually it will, you know, like it was when it was going for $1,000, you know that consumers might and probably will be willing to spend that much money again. And no, I'm not saying that these are gonna go back up to $1,000 a pair, because we don't need it to go up to $1,000 a pair to get a really good return. These are gonna go up decently, maybe eventually, after 2 years or something like that, if there's not another restock then, these will go up back to the original price. But specifically for this investment, my targeted hold time is 12 months. I think that's a pretty reasonable amount of time. I always like to think, try to add 6 months to the end of it, just in case it doesn't appreciate like you want. Or maybe, you know, it takes a couple months to sell all the inventory and stuff like that. So I am gonna say 12 months, possibly up to 18 months on the long end. But I think the returns on this one are gonna be very, very, very good. So currently, after the restock, the prices on these smaller sizes is around $400, $425, pretty much all the sizes are there. And then the larger sizes are closer to $375, the StockX lowest ask that is. If you know anything about my business and how I run it, I generally cash people out directly, so there's no like, you know, platform fees or payment fees or anything like that. And this way I get a better deal and they get a better deal as well. So less cost to me and the seller gets more money than they would otherwise. And I try to pay $15 to $20 under StockX lowest ask on this shoe. That's more than I normally do. Normally I'm way closer to what the payout would be, but with this Bred, I'm seeing that people are a little hesitant to sell their pairs. People are holding their pairs more because they've seen how high the price was in the past. And so I think people are gonna be a little bit more greedy with letting these ones go. And when they do let them go, there's plenty of people trying to buy. I've had a difficult time finding these in bulk. For this investment though, I am going sizes 4 through 13. Of course, sizes 4 through 7.5 are generally a better bet. I would recommend you to go for those sizes over the larger sizes, but I am aware that it's easier and you can get a better deal on the larger sizes, and those are gonna go up. Of course, historically, it would be very hard to say that it's gonna grow the same amount as the bay sizes, so definitely prioritize the bay. I have a good amount of bay in the mix. Of course, many of my pairs were at retail, so I'm not like tripping as much about the size, but that's pretty much it. Prioritize sizes 4 through 7.5. Go up to size 13 though. They're all gonna be really good. It's about a 12-month hold. And let's just say that the average cost is $375 a pair. I'm estimating that in 1 year, the bay sizes are gonna be $650 plus, maybe more, I don't know, we'll see. And the other larger sizes are gonna be $530 plus. Like, that's my 1 year prediction. And I'm kind of doing it a little bit conservative. Personally, my feeling about this is that the restock made so many more people interested in this shoe than were interested the first time around. Like, especially with the price coming down, like now it's a more affordable shoe. I know it's still mad expensive, but it's an affordable shoe compared to what it was. And so you're gonna get a lot of people flocking to buy these. I think we're gonna get some people investing in these, although I haven't seen anybody. Well, I did see somebody say to buy him, but I challenged him to an invest off and he said no. If you know who that is, a bigger sneaker investor in the community. That's it, dude. I'm hyped about this. I'm not sure how many pairs I'm gonna go up to. I don't know, man. In the back of my head, I'm like, it's telling me to do 200. We're not that far off from 200 with what's coming in as well. So if that would be the case, that would pit it at, let's just call it 400 a pair. That would pit it at roughly an $80,000 investment, 75 on the low end. That's a crazy investment. I think a lot of people don't understand the hold method, and they're like, dude, making 50% a year is not good. And it's like, you're from the resale community, so you don't understand how actual investments work and normal yields. People are not used to getting 50% yield. Like, people would kill to get that. People are happy getting 5, 6, 7%. They're ecstatic in the investing community. And so that's where resellers have to understand that this is not the same as a normal reselling. Normal reselling, you're putting in work, you're turning over the item, et cetera, et cetera. I'm buying this, I'm putting it in a closet, not a closet, but I'm putting it away, and it sits there, and then you sell it, and that's it. There's no additional work that you have to do. It's not the same as reselling, and so you shouldn't compare the profit margins of reselling to the profit margins of holding, because they're different things, guys. And you don't compare apples to oranges, right? You don't go, oh wow, this apple is crisp. Why isn't this orange crisp? No, it's not supposed to be crisp. It's an orange, bro. That is that. And also, I really want the biggest takeaway of this video to not even be this investment, because this is just one investment, guys. There's always gonna be investments. There's always gonna be opportunities coming and going. I want you guys to remember, restock, restock, restock. And I want you to understand what a big opportunity a restock is on certain items to buy in and invest. I did the same thing with sports cards on the Panini Mosaic NBA. My investment's up almost $25,000 in a matter of months on that one. And I'm gonna continue doing the same thing when I see the opportunity, because a restock investment is a slam dunk. And that reminds me of something else. You know what? I used to feel bad for rambling in my videos. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep talking because I feel like I'm sharing information, and that's what's really important. If you don't wanna watch it, then just subscribe for the next one, and I'll see you in the next one. A lot of people are commenting, specifically on TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, check that out, @_Matt Sokol. A lot of hate on TikTok, but that's fine. A A lot of people are like, dude, it's gonna restock again and this and that. I'm not saying it's never gonna restock again. Honestly, I'm sure that this will restock again in probably like 2 years. But I'm not holding it for 2 years. You need to understand that like they're not gonna restock a shoe like 3 times a year. That just doesn't happen. They wait for a restock to happen, you know, once the demand builds up. So we're not at that point. One just happened, and that's how I feel about restocks. Like, I'm not playing this close to a restock. I can't remember a 350 that restocked this multiple times in the same year, or even within the same year, for a 350. Pretty sure all of them were at least 1 year apart. So if that was the case, you would see it coming, you would sell your pairs, etc. Dude, this was a massive restock. I'm not worried about them restocking again. They did a massive restock with the Bred, with the Breds. They did a massive restock with the creams. They haven't restocked that again. And so I'm not worried about this one restocking right away. I'm not really worried about it restocking at all, because just study the market and you'll be able to see the timelines between when a shoe dropped or restocked and another restock. I mean, it's that simple. You gotta just look at history. It always repeats itself. History repeats itself. That's what all these investments are. That's why I want you to remember restock. A lot of the opportunities hide behind the same terms, behind the same things. And if you don't know it's an opportunity, you'll miss it. So look for those restocks. That's the biggest takeaway of this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you're gonna be investing in this. If you don't have a lot of free capital for longer term investments, that's totally understandable. But I would recommend getting in on this at least a little bit, because this is a super easy investment. And what I mean by that is it's just low hanging fruit. It's an easy W. And so everyone should have something in these 350 Breds. There's no way for me to get all the shoes. All right, well, I'm trying to get all the shoes. I think that's kind of all of them. It's kind of it's a little hard to tell. It looks like a small room, bro, but 125 pairs. So that's pretty much what it comes down to. So that's it, guys. I am Matt Sokol. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video and hear about my 350 Bred investment. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content. I have some more Yeezy investments coming soon, one specifically, and a couple more other investments. Gonna be a lot of opportunities coming your way. I'll catch you in the next one.